Welcome back to Table Talk 805 here at BG's Cafe in downtown Oxnard. And if you would like more information on this show or any other shows, feel free to email me directly at tabletalk805@gmail.com or check out our Facebook page at Facebook.com/tabletalk805 or send me a Twitter handle at Twitter tabletalk805. And we're here with my guest Robert with the Club Tijuana Soccer Football Club. Now, Robert, there's a lot of kids that want to play soccer, but parents don't have time, they don't have money, and they don't get into it till it's older. Does that make a difference? So let's say, when they're 6, 7 years old, their parents are working 2 jobs, can't really take them, but now that they're in junior high and high school and they can ride the bus, kind of get around now, is that too late for them to kind of start, or there's really no too late?
No, I don't think there's, like I said, a starting time like I said, back to myself, I started playing soccer when I was 14, 15. I was introduced to it at a later stage, and it was something that I enjoyed doing it, and then, I got to play, like I said, at a professional level in a short time. So it just depends on the individual and how much support they have. You mentioned to me about, the parents having 2 jobs and this and that and not time for the kids to take them to the practice. I just feel that those are a bunch of excuses, because if we really want the benefit of our children, their health and all that, we will find time and we will figure a way to get the child to practice or to get them involved in some kind of sport. Like I said, it's back to parents making excuses. I can't afford it. I can't do this. It's, if you can afford to take them to go get hamburgers and pizzas and all that stuff, and you're going to waste, up to $50 on a family meal, and like I said, and the minimal cost that we're charging for the whole month, I see enough balance there. And it's, like I said, it's back to excuses. This is why in the U.S. the obesity rate has gone up so high, because a lot of kids lack activities. It's all about the technology, doing this and doing that. You don't see a lot of kids going out to the parks and playing on their own and just having a good old time, But like I said, no, there's not a early age or a late age. The person that wants to participate in any program or any activity is just going to go out there and do the best they can.
Now, do you guys have a season and then, kind of a semifinal and a finals kind of a thing like some of the other programs do, kind of like, the play season, and then, or do you guys just continuously play all year?
Well, we play all year round. Our program is a year-round program. We enter local leagues, play local league, try to keep the parents closer to home instead of doing a lot of traveling, because sometimes, like you said, that is an issue, is the traveling. So we try to keep it close to home, but some teams, they demand that exposure. They want to go out and they want to see different territories and play different teams. So we do travel, but we try to do that as a minimal. We try not to, stay too far from home.
Now, where do you guys practice at? Here in Oxnard or just around Ventura County, or?
Well, you probably know as well as I do that in Oxnard, fields are a big issue.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them going around.
So we're constantly looking for a home for our program. So we do the off-season program at Mandalay Beach. We're there pretty much the whole summer through fall, close to winter, and then when it gets darker, then we start our futsal program, which is we get lights, we set up a field with lights and everything, and keep them going, and we'll break for like holidays, Christmas, Easter, stuff like that. And
now, do you practice maybe in Oxnard for the Oxnard kids, and then maybe in Thousand Oaks or something for the kids up there, or do you have them travel back like Thousand Oaks kids would have to come to Oxnard and practice? Or
no, we like I said, we cater to every city. We'll go to Ventura, We have our program. We have a couple of teams in Ventura now. Thousand Oaks, we're getting a lot of inquiries over there, and we will be branching off pretty soon. Right now, what we're focusing on is developing this program here. It's at our home base. And then, once we have everything established here, then we can move on and cater to more cities. And
Now, if someone wanted to donate for a scholarship or give money to your program to help, how would they do that?
well, we are a nonprofit organization. We're actually a corporate. Like I said, we do ask for donations. I mean, it helps us a lot because, like I said, it helps more of the scholarship programs, which is what we need, because there's a lot of kids here that really they can't afford it. I mean, even though I've said it's a sport that doesn't take a lot of money, but there's some kids that really need the help. And if anybody wants to donate, we're not asking for monetary. I mean, if you want to donate equipment, that's a big plus. Uniforms, things like that. It doesn't have to be necessarily money.
How would they get it to you? The website, phone
We have
number?
the website. You
Google?
can email me. You can email me at rgcholosusa.org, or you can call me at 805-797-5515, or visit the official Cholos website, cholosusa.com.
Okay, and then for kids that are looking to play, do you guys eventually hope to have, buses, big league, or office? Is that kind of a long-term goal, or?
Yeah, well, we want everything the best for our kids. We just recently we had a field trip. We went to Carson, and we took a group of kids to go watch the Cholos America game, and they had a blast. I mean, they had a great time. They got to walk down the tunnel with the players.
Oh, how cool.
They got to see them warm up. They got to talk to them. So I mean, it's an experience in itself. That hopefully it'll live in them forever. And that's more of a motivation for the child to be down there and interact with these professionals. And that's the beauty of our program, that we get to do that. We get to do that. We get to be closer to that professional level than a lot of kids can do, and we want to offer it to everybody so they can have that same experience.
Now, did parents get to go too, or was it just the players that went and kind of experienced?
It's just the players, but the parents, I mean, they were there from the beginning, so they got to see everything. They got to see the warm-ups, the way it operates, and they had a great time. We actually a bus was donated, and so the kids got to go on their official Cholos bus. And it's just like I said, it's a lot of great things that we want to show these kids that there's more to soccer than just playing. That there's going to be trips, there's going to be just a lot of good things.
And that's the nice thing about a lot of programs here is that when you get the kids out of the city, you have so many kids that have never even been to the beach, and that's only 4 miles.
Yeah.
From one side of town to the other is only 4 miles. And they've never even been to the beach. So to take them over the grade and let them see outside of Oxnard in itself is a huge thing. And it's always great hearing programs that do that. Get them out of the city, show them that there's more to life than just Oxnard, even though Oxnard is wonderful. It's good to go out, see what's out there, and then come home and bring the experience with you and share it and inspire others.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many kids, like you said, haven't even been to the beach, and they've lived here most of their childhood. I mean, it's just amazing. But I mean, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier about, how much time we give to our kids. I mean, just take the bus, go to the beach, take them one day, but it is what it is. And like I said, having this program here, I think it's going to change a lot of that. It's gonna help. Our goal is to help as many kids as we can, and with the help of the community, I think we can accomplish that. I mean, it's like you said, it's it's hard when you're trying to do something positive. There's always going to be that negativity that you have to deal with. But hey, I like a challenge, and I encourage a challenge. And I know, God willing, this is going to be great. This is going to be huge.
Now, have you guys hooked up with places like Boys and Girls Club or any of those kind of groups to say, hey, we're offering soccer to your kids, at a low, reduced cost? Because I know, they only have so much space, and the only Boys and Girls Club that actually has grass is the Fifth Street one. 7th Street and Port Hueneme, they don't really have much space, indoor but not outdoor. Have you guys hooked up with them to help some of the kids out or offer your services? Or
No, well, right now since it's such a new program. I mean, we're like I said, this is our first year as this program. We are gonna look into those avenues, and we're gonna see what we can do to what am I looking for? To see how we can help each other out. How us as the club can help the community, and the community can help us. That's what it's about. I mean, like I said, let's be realistic. Oxnard, and you said it earlier, it's got over 600 teams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a soccer community, and I know eventually we're going to get a lot of kids here playing at a professional level. We just have to be there supportively, like I said, as a whole, as a community. The more we are together, united, the easier it could become.
Now, as far as team-wise, how many kids are on a team?
Depending the age group, like our under fives, we have up to 8 players. We don't want to have too many kids because the playing time will be less. Mm-hmm. So we try to keep it at a reasonable number. The older they get, they play more in the field. So we always want to have at least 4 or 5 extra players to sub in and out in case of injuries or whatever circumstances.
Now, is it just boys and girls, or is it mixed teams?
Boys and girls. The younger ones we do co-ed because at a young age they just want to have fun. They're focusing more on chasing the ball and whatever. They don't care who scores. They don't care what the score is. They don't care if they win or lose, and that's where you can put the boys and girls co-ed. But as they get older, boys get a little rougher, and we try to separate that.
And up to, for the kids, at what point do you kind of put them in the adult level? At 16, at 18? Do you kind of say, okay, you need to play over here, or you can still play with the kids?
I mean, we don't encourage a young man to play with older men. I mean, physically and mentally, they're stronger. Yes, we will. Like I said, our programs they cater to that certain age group. So if you're 17, we will try not to put you with a 20-year-old team because the age difference. We'll try to keep you where you belong, and we feel you're best suited for that division.
Now, are you guys able to accommodate kids with disabilities that want to play, that maybe can't play some of the other sports?
As far as our program, we personally here in Oxnard, we don't offer that program yet, but Cholos de Tijuana do.
Okay.
They do have a special program for kids with special needs. They do cater to that, and they do a lot of things with special needs children.
So it's kind of coming down.
It's all coming down. Everything they do, we will incorporate.
It's getting here.
Yeah, it's getting here. Like I said, right now it's new. There's probably a lot of things that I can't answer correctly, but I'm doing the best I can. But yeah, you know what? It's a great organization. Like, it's a professional program.
Now, how big is the team in Tijuana?
It's huge. It's I mean, they were just recently champions of the Mexico League. And Tijuana, because it's so close to the border, they're catering to a lot of the children in this area, as far as in California and the States. So, which is great for a lot of these kids that don't want to go too far from home to play pro ball. And like I said, they've been in existence for, I want to say, about 5 years.
Okay. They've been around a while.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
Okay. And then right now, uniform-wise, is it kind of casual, or do they have the symbol on their uniform? Because it's a very distinctive symbol.
Yeah.
So right now with the uniforms, how do they look compared to other leagues?
Well, our kids, so they can get that experience of a professional, they wear the replicas that the pro team wears.
Oh, nice.
So now they consider themselves, hey, wow, look, I'm wearing, you know, the original uniform of the Cholos, the colors and everything, down to the T. You know, so the kids are like really excited, you know, to wear that uniform. And I mean, like I said, it goes back to motivating them, you know, to inspiring them to do something, you know, and now they see the big picture, you know, and that's what we try to do, is just, you know, try to encourage them and inspire them to keep going and not stop.
Now, in all of your years of soccer, how many kids do you think you've inspired to do something better with themselves because of their soccer experience?
You know, I can't give you a number there because I mean, I used to coach a lot of girls program because of my daughter, and I'm very fortunate to say that a lot of our girls are doing well. They're at a university level, including my daughter, and they're all doing good. I mean, we keep in touch, and it's just great. I mean, that's the reward. It's just to know that, you know, whether they're here or there, but you help them in some way, you know, get to where they are now.
Okay. Well, with that, if you would like more information on this show, feel free to email me directly at tabletalk805@gmail.com, or check out the Facebook page at Facebook.com/tabletalk805, or on Twitter at tabletalk805. I'll gladly give you Robert's contact information or more information on where you can donate to the Tijuana Club and help these kids get a brighter future. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.